Hello, welcome to the Roy Rogers News channel with your host, Roy Rogers. Anyway, today, headlines. Not that much headlines today, although, actually, all the headlines are going to be tournaments. Tournaments, and any competitive players that are interested, stay tuned. Okay, headline 1. The OU tournament on the 21st. You all are wondering who may have won. Well, congrats to Nick Har and Frags for winning that official. Headline 2. Oceanic tournament. I was there during the final battle. However, I fell asleep. Thus, I was unable to narrate it. So now, I'm going to re-narrate as if nothing happened. So, here it goes. And I'll stop the film once the battle ends. But anyway, Arcanine and Gyarados, 2 Intimidators. Both of them have attack lowers. So this is going to be interesting, though. It seems almost like Arcanine is like the fire version of Gyarados, kind of. Except Gyarados can't really do extreme speed. Or if it can, please correct me. Okay, Vaporeon. By the way, this is the final match of the Oceanic tournament. Okay, Wish. Vaporeon's going to switch into Arcanine again. Ooh, that's gonna hurt a little bit. And Wish has accommodated that damage with healing. Gardevoir switched into Starmie. That's gonna be interesting. Arcanine has toxicated the Starmie. Starmie might have natural cure, so Starmie's gonna switch, probably, if I had to guess. Now, I want to go ahead and note something here about Starmie. It depends on how you run the star, on how much of a potency it is. Like, for instance, do you want a Starmie that takes a lot of hits, or do you want Starmie that's a hard hitter and can't really take much hits? If you don't care about hits, then you might want to invest in HP. If you want to hit hard, we'll invest in speed. Why? Because, very simple, Starmie needs it. That's all. That's all the reason why you need to invest in Starmie. Now, Dragon Dance, okay. Will-O-Wisp and the burn. Now, as you can tell, whenever when Kingdra was resting, the Will-O-Wisp was predicted because of the Chesto Berry. So this is just prediction now. Now Slowbro is going to take any hit that the Kingdra has and pretty much kind of struggle with it. Outrage, Surf. Kingdra is pretty much done for it. I mean, there's no reviving Kingdra. There's just no way. Slowbro's gonna slack off, which means that if Slowbro, you know, goes unhealthy, well, like I said, you can always slack off and get some more free damage and stuff. Now, I do want to note something. Vaporeon. Okay. Calm Mind. Surf. Okay. Arcanine is down. And Slowbro is continuing that poison. Back to Kingdra. Yeah. Whoa, hidden power. That Slowbro started from slacking off to just straight out attacking. Okay. Fast Asleep, hidden power. Okay. Kingdra is not gonna make it. I mean, you can just tell Kingdra is not gonna make it. I know. Kingdra. Kingdra is powerful, yes, but like I said, and as you can tell by the battle, you can't make it. Now, what's the next Pokemon going to be? Heracross, okay. That's going to scare off Slowbro to the point where Slowbro wants to switch. Probably. I don't know. Heracross switches into Vaporeon. Slowbro switches into Gyarados. Just going to scare Vaporeon out, I would assume, but I don't know. Gyarados is going to switch into Gardevoir. Okay. Now we don't know if Gardevoir has Thunderbolt on it. We do know that Gardevoir has Psychic on it. And the Will-O-Wisp. We know that Gardevoir has Psychic, Will-O-Wisp. We don't know the other two moves as of now. Okay. Metagross uses Explosion. It's gonna be interesting. And Gardevoir faints. Alright. 5 vs 3. Like I said, the person on the left is in a losing match. Dugtrio, I think he's going to trap... I think he's going to get Dugtrio away from Vaporeon. Because, you know, Surf does a lot of damage to Dugtrio. I knew it. I knew it. Blissey, though. Blissey... not really the Pokemon you want to encounter, especially if your name is Vaporeon or any other special attacker. Blissey walls about practically anything. Anything. Now, I want to go and talk about this. Vaporeon is an example of a wall that the dragon types cannot stand, and Blissey is an example of a wall that special attackers can't stand. Now Heracross, I think, is going to OHKO Blissey if Blissey stays. However, I don't think Blissey's going to stay in this case. No, instead, going for the Swords Dance, which is going to be an interesting play. Because then the attack goes up. However, is Heracross willing to sacrifice itself for Starmie's gain? I didn't think so either. So Heracross is going to probably switch into something that's probably going to wall it. Probably. Now, okay. Mega Horn. Alright, he just decided to go all out and just Mega Horn Starmie. Okay. Dugtrio. Ooh. Yikes. Okay, well, Heracross is down. And another Dugtrio. It's the battle of the Dugtrios. Ooh. Okay, wow. There was a reason why Dugtrio was banned in before Hoenn came out. There's a reason why Dugtrio was banned. And this is one of the reasons. Now, Vaporeon. This is going to be interesting. Hidden Power. Okay. Now, I do want to note here. Very important move. Hidden Power, yes. But I do... Alright, slack off. I do want to note an important thing that's going to happen here. Vaporeon is probably going to hit... But I want to note something that's important. Person on the right has 3 Pokemon. The person on the left has 2 Pokemon. The person on the left has more, or the person on the left has less flexibility than the person on the right. Thus, if the person ever feels threatened, he has 3 Pokemon to use, compared to this person that only has 2, which he's probably going to trap Blissey. He wants to get rid of Blissey really bad. I mean, you can just tell that. No, I think Blissey's going to Ice Beam. To be perfectly honest, I think Blissey's going to Ice Beam. I mean, if Blissey doesn't carry Ice Beam, I don't know. I don't know why it doesn't. Okay, or okay. Like I said, Blissey is going to be carrying Ice Beam for specifically Dugtrio. Vaporeon is going to try to wall these hits. However, as you can tell, these two walls are fighting against each other for their dear lives. If one of them switches, well, someone's going to be taking a lot of damage. So this is very, very crucial at this point. Blissey's continuing to hope that Vaporeon switches into Dugtrio. Why? Well, so that way, so he can Ice Beam him off the field. Surf. Okay. Vaporeon. Huh. Okay, wow. Like I said, Vaporeon and Blissey are going to stay for their dear lives. Because now, I mean, yes, he could switch into Dugtrio, but at the same time, Blissey's going to Ice Beam Dugtrio right out of the field. So what's the point of bringing Dugtrio in? Like I said, Blissey's fighting for its dear life. He's just going to keep spamming Ice Beam until Vaporeon decides to switch. And then he's going to Ice Beam Dugtrio. Like I said, this is a wall war. This is a perfect example of a wall war. Now, I'm gonna say that maybe Vaporeon might switch. No, he won't. He's just going to Surf. Ice Beam. Okay. Like I said, Blissey's going to determine this match, I think. But I don't know. I don't know for sure. Well, actually, I do know, but I'm not going to tell you all. Vaporeon can make a wonderful comeback. Now, Vaporeon... Oh. Cats, dogs. Sorry about that, I was just looking at the chat there. Yeah. Kind of funny when you look at the chat now. Switch. We'll see again. Vaporeon switches. Dugtrio. That was predicted. Now, Blissey, there's just no chance of Blissey surviving because of Dugtrio outspeeding Blissey. Now, Dugtrio can either do substitute Ice Beam, substitute Ice Beam, substitute Ice Beam, substitute Ice Beam, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Yeah. Dugtrio really wants to knock out Blissey, so Blissey's completely out of the field now. But Blissey's gone. So now Slowbro. Slowbro... Actually, to be quite honest, I think Gyarados would be a perfect Pokemon to bring in over here. Because Gyarados could intimidate Dugtrio and lower down its attack. Gyarados, I think, is a good Pokemon to bring up. Now, Slowbro's going to try to Calm Mind up, if you know what I mean. Okay. Hidden Power. Whoa. Slowbro might just take the match, but I don't know. I don't know at this moment. Ooh. Vaporeon makes a comeback. Slowbro does a slack off. We don't know. We don't know how it's going to be. We don't know. It's very narrow. It's we don't know how it's going to turn out. Maybe maybe the person on the left just might make an excellent comeback. But I'm probably doubting it at this point because the person on the right is calm minding a little bit too much, to the point where Vaporeon can barely scratch it. Now, if Slowbro decides to do something along the lines of Hidden Power, I'll expect your Vaporeon to faint sometime soon. AKA now. I'm just waiting at this point. But I want to see how this battle turns out. I want to see if Vaporeon switches, or sorry, if Vaporeon makes a comeback. But I heavily doubt it. Vaporeon is just trying. He's just trying. It's like, please help. Vaporeon is stuck at this point. Vaporeon can't do anything. He just can't. Slowbro, on the other hand, she could do something. Keep in mind I said she and not he, because it's a female. Alright, Hidden Power. Okay, now, Slowbro. Whoa. Slowbro did a lot of damage. I'm thinking Vaporeon is going to win this one. Or, Vaporeon. Slowbro. Alright, now we know the match. Pedla defeated Nickler. So, congrats. And I was asleep, so I was unable to say that. Anyway, congrats to Playta and Nick Hillar for first and second place. And if you all are curious, he picked the shiny Starmie. Now for the advertisement section. Advertisement 1. Captain Gray. Captain Gray is going to be hosting a tournament on Friday, February 27th, 4 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. GMT. Please translate that because I have no idea how to do it. There are your prizes: shiny Gyarados, 20,000 battle points, or you get a blue tent. Zakar is also doing an event too. But it's for teams. If you feel like that your team is a qualified team to go into an official, well, it's time to comment on the forums right now. And of course, I'm going to also show an advertisement for a guide. Captain Gray's guide is a really great guide for the Safari Zone, because I mean, like, here's a good example. Let's just say I go to entrance 1, and these are common, rare, and he also lists the items and stuff. You know, it's very convenient for players, and I'm sure you all could look down in the comments that I made with an anonymous person, but I said that I you don't generally need percentiles, although Captain Gray was very nice and provided this percentile for the old rods. But yeah. Check out Captain Gray's guide. I'm gonna put this in the description below. It really self-explanatory. Kanto and Hoenn Safari Zone. So enjoy that. And that's going to be it for our channel. Anyway, that's gonna be it for the Roy Rogers News channel. Thank you for tuning into the Roy Rogers News channel. Don't forget to comment or subscribe to my channel, like or dislike the content that you see here, and this is the Roy Rogers News channel signing off.